this is Adam, not Guy with Cowanhead today, because this is a serious video. And let me know if you hear any birds chirping, because, well, there's a bird here where I'm at recording this, but that's not the point. The point is, why am I doing a serious video? Well, to tell you some about the perils of living with Tourette syndrome. Because you may not know this, but I have Tourette syndrome. In case you were wondering why I was coughing during a lot of these videos, or burping and sneezing. So I'm not sure if they're real sneezes or if they just sound like sneezes. Because I can sneeze with my eyes open at times, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that with a real sneeze, so yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyways, Tourette syndrome. No, it is not swearing, uncontrolled swearing. Well, it is that in some cases, but that's not my version of it. It can have vocal tics, which could be coughing. It could have motor tics, like, well, I do this sometimes with my fingers, but that's not too bad. Just realized I was gonna not show that hand. Sorry about that. But yeah, other people can have different motor tics, like the head constantly twerking or whatever, twitching, what have you. But yeah, Tourette syndrome can be bad to deal with. It's not quite like hell, but it's sort of like heck. And it's sort of like, people may not believe that you have Tourette syndrome, or they may not believe that you actually can't control what's going on, you know. They might tell you not to do it, but of course you can't really control that. Or they may tell you to do it, and it's like, don't do that either. But yeah, so in my cases, the noises sound normal, and for some reason my coughs sound like people think I'm sneezing all the time. They're always saying bless you. It's like, I'm not sneezing. So what's up with that? I don't know. But yeah, Tourette syndrome can be difficult to manage, and just remember, if I had any control over it, then I wouldn't have Tourette's, and I wouldn't have tics at all, and it wouldn't be a problem for anyone. So, while there's definitely people who are annoyed by it, and those people are irritating since they can't even pretend to hide that they're annoyed by it, well, let's face it, there's only one person who's annoyed by it the most at all times, and that person's me. Or at least my version of tics. Maybe some people are more okay with tics and aren't annoyed by their own tics. But yeah. There it is. I cannot remember the last day of my life when I didn't cough. And I don't even remember just how long it's been since what? Like, since I might have actually first displayed symptoms, because there was this video where I was really young and I might have been displaying tics and didn't remember it. Because I thought I didn't have tics until kindergarten, which would have been after my father's death, which is weird, with some sort of trigger suddenly causing it, and it was burping at first, and then coughing didn't start until the 3rd grade, and it was definitely a problem, but what was weirder is that I didn't know what it was. No one knew what it was. We got different tests done trying to figure it out. And do you know how long I went without knowing what Tourette syndrome was? 9 years. Imagine having an issue with yourself and not knowing what it is for 9 years. 9 years displaying tics, symptoms of tics, and not knowing what it is. And so familiar with the tick insect that when the doctor tells you that you have a nervous tick, you're wondering, how could an insect do that? And why can't they just remove it like they would other ticks? No. This tick lacks a K. So So yeah, I was not familiar at all with that, but this is definitely something that can be difficult to deal with, especially when you have a bunch of dumb people you interact with. I'm not even going to talk about some of them because I don't even know some of them or remember who they are. But like one person, I was trying to say I had Tourette's, and they thought I said I had a cold, and that well, they said if they asked if I had a cold, and I said Tourette's, and they thought I said correct. Okay, now I do get some colds, but they're typically not too bad, depending on the cold. It's been quite some time where I've had one where I couldn't even talk well. Excuse me. And then there was this one person, I don't remember who she is for sure, but she was like, so, like I was trying to tell her that I had Tourette's, and despite what I'm guessing is zero medical knowledge, she was trying to tell me that I don't have Tourette's. So let's see. A specialist doctor who's trained to diagnose this sort of thing has definitely diagnosed that I have Tourette's syndrome. So if you think I don't have Tourette's because I guess you think you know better than an actual person with Tourette's syndrome that what Tourette's syndrome is, then how cute is just a nice way of putting it. There's also this other story that I'm not saying because it just fills me with rage and I don't want to talk about it or deal with it, but yeah, just this ignorant person who thought I was faking it, and it's like, why would I fake it if I had any control over it? Why would I do it at all? I wanted to flick that guy off, and part of me regrets not doing that, which is sad because you shouldn't do that to anyone. Although maybe if you're a Farscape fan, you think it's like some fun and nice thing to do, and it can actually be an inside joke with people, but that's not the point. The point is you shouldn't do that unless they know that you're just kidding and being friendly or whatever. Now I'm not going to make the gesture in case, in the off chance you don't know what I'm talking about, because I'm trying to keep this free from swearing and vulgar gestures, but yeah, that kid. And yes, it was a kid, because I was a kid too. He was not nice at all. But I do like having the diagnosis of Tourette syndrome because I know what it is. I can hand out cards that explain it to people. I think I have one in my wallet, and I just realized I don't have my wallet on me for this video. I can pause the video and get one, but it's like, no. But yeah, you can hand out cards that can explain it to people that are in English or whatever other language you need. Like if you interact with Spanish people like I do at work. Spanish speaking, I should say. They're not. Well, I think you know what I mean. Hispanics. Yeah. You hear that bird chirping. I'd imagine that being what you're constantly doing with like zero control over it. Because I remember in this Family Feud question, it was like much different from the Steve Harvey Family Feud you'll see nowadays. One of the questions was, name a type of noise you can't control, and stuff like coughing, burping, sneezing, stuff like that was up. It's like, see? And people don't believe me. People don't know if I have control over it. It's like, oh, of course I have. Well, if I had control over it, then why do it, you know? It's like, I've said that before. It's like, of course I don't have control over it. It's like, are you that pretentious? Are you that insistent that I'm just a terrible, attention-seeking person who does all these stupid noises just because I want to, like, disrupt things. Like, I don't think I could even serve on a jury, as interesting as that might be, because of this, and I can only hope that they would, like, believe me, and I'd even get something, like, signed by a doctor saying that I would be disruptive during a trial. And I hope they don't ever need me as a witness or defendant or plaintiff or whatever. But yeah, Tourette syndrome can be difficult to deal with, especially among people who mock you or don't understand it or whatever. It's like, can be difficult, but it is manageable. It's not like your life is in danger because of that. You can have medications that can help, like Risperdal, which I take. Although, for some reason, Risperdal isn't mentioned as, like, managing Tourette's in the description, so I don't know what's up with that. But that's what I take, and I think it helps. It can definitely be worse without it. Yeah, why would I make this up about me? Seriously. No. Maybe there are some people who do it for whatever reason, but those people are morons, really, and just ruining it for people who actually do have a problem like this. And I will say that there might be another video I plan to share about the whole thing, but from a different perspective. Like, if the video's up by the time I've made it, regardless of if this one's posted or not, I'll try to have it, like, show up, like, in the description and then just pop up like the way some videos do. Yeah, I plan to do that at times. Anyways, I might not have too much else to talk about it. I just hope that people are accepting. They don't mock it. Don't tell me to do it. Don't tell me not to do it. Try to understand others. Know that you're not alone. There are definitely other people out there with it. Maybe it is uncontrollable swearing for you. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's minor. Like, if you watch the show Survivor, there was Wendy and Edge of Extinction, and she had that, but definitely different tics than what you might notice. And then there's the movie Front of the Class, which represents it. And it's possible that Brick had something like it in the middle of that TV show, although it was maybe different. They definitely used the word tic for it. Yeah, Brad Cohen's probably the most famous person with it, I think. And it's hard to know for sure what else there is to say, so I will let you go now. Bye.